You are watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the May 8th meeting for the Michigan City Sustainability Commission. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
Okay, so I shall call to order the Michigan City Sustainability Commission meeting for Thursday, May 8th at 4:32 p.m. Larry, can I ask you to do a roll call?
Yes. Michelle Basta, absent. Tristan Bogart, absent.
He's excused, actually.
Okay. Beverly McMartin.
Here.
Faye Moore.
Here.
Abigail Neary.
Here.
M. Racine.
Here.
Lawrence Zimmer, here. And Julie Smith.
Here.
So we have a quorum. Oh, the student commissioners are not here. And Nancy Moldenauer
Present.
present. Okay.
All right, second agenda item, approval of April 2025 minutes. Can I get a motion to approve?
I make a motion to approve the April 2025 minutes.
Thank you. Can I get a second?
A second.
All in favor say aye or yay?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, any nays? All right, passes to approve the April 2025 minutes. Okay, we have several voting items on the agenda tonight. With me taking over as chair, we need to add a new vice chair, and I would like to make a nomination to nominate Faye Moore to be the vice chair.
Thank you.
Do we have any other nominations? Can I get a motion to nominate Faye Moore as our new vice chair?
Second. So motion.
Thank you. All in favor of Faye being the new vice chair, say yay. Aye. Yay. I like yay better. That's more fun. Any no's?
Yay for Faye.
Thank you, Larry.
No no's. Passes to approve. Next voting item is to reappoint Tristan Bogart to the Sustainability Commissioners. Can I get a motion? Do I say that? Can I get a motion to reappoint Tristan Bogart?
I make a motion to reappoint Tristan Bogart so he can finish all those awesome projects he's working on.
Exactly.
I'll second that.
Great. Thank you. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any no's? Passes to approve. We'd also like to make a motion to formally add green burials to the commission project team. So we've been working on that. Larry's been doing a lot of work on that. We wanted to make sure we formalized our work on that. So can I get a motion to formally adopt green burials to the commission project teams?
Yes, most definitely. I make a motion to formally add the green burial to our commission projects.
Thank you. Can I get a second?
I second.
Thank you, Em. All in favor say yay.
Yay.
Any no's? No? Okay. Passes to approve. Formally added to the project teams.
Great. Thanks, everyone.
Item number 4 is welcome to our new commissioner, Julie Smith.
Yay.
We are excited to have you. Julie, would you like to say anything?
Thanks for welcoming me.
We're excited to have
Brief
you.
introduction. You did it at the city council meeting.
I don't know, what would you like to know? I'm a lifelong resident, graduate of the Rogers, that tells you how old I am. My husband is a graduate of Rogers. Our children go to Michigan City High School. And sustainability is a way that we live. We try to repurpose and rebuild. So this
Awesome.
fits in good with our lifestyle.
And
What neighborhood you live in?
I actually live in the county off of Muir Road.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
and what did you do at your office? I was very impressed.
Oh, I am a freelance court reporter is how I make my money, my trade. And, it's been a few years, but I implemented the no more printing transcripts. We only have e-paperwork, you know. If you want paper, you have to pay extra for it.
Great, love it.
Yeah.
It saves the county money too.
And I also want to mention she was a recipient of the Nora L. Schultz tribute environmental tribute award.
The second year.
The second year we awarded it. So
Great. We're lucky to have you. So thank
Yes, we
you
are.
for joining us.
Thank you.
Okay, let's move on to project teams. So I'm going to do this section a little bit different, but you guys can feel free to add how you'd like to do it. What I'm going to do is just do the project summary and status and not read the project details for those who are watching us. All the project details are posted online on the Sustainability Commission webpage. So explore the use of biodiesel by city fleet. So we've been working with Drive Clean Indiana and Michigan City to identify opportunities to transition any vehicles from traditional fuel to biodiesel. Other cities in Indiana have implemented this, such as Fort Wayne and Carmel, Indiana, and they have substantially reduced costs and emissions, which is a win-win for the city. This month, I do not have any status updates from last month. Item B, solar power options for city government. That's Tristan. Nancy, have you been involved in that or want me to just give
Well,
a quick?
you could just do the summary.
Yeah. We're exploring the use of solar power for city government buildings. This is on pause at the moment until the mayor surveys all of the buildings. Electric municipal vehicle project with the Michigan City Police Department and the Transit Department is also being chaired by Tristan Bogart. So this is to explore the possibilities of adding electric vehicles to the MCPD and transit fleets. At the time, there are no status updates. Item D, green burials and burial sections. Larry, I'm going to ask that you give us the update here on item D.
Okay, so the last thing that we did was we were part of the Earth Day extravaganza. Thank you, Andy. And so we had our table set up and we had our boards on display, and Abby was there to help, Ted and I. And we had quite a lot of interest. People were voting like crazy for green burials.
Good.
Yes, they
And
were.
Faye was at the next table, so she saw it.
Yes.
And so, yeah, we felt like we did quite a lot of community outreach and education. And so we'll just see how it continues to go.
Good. Great.
May I inquire how many votes you actually got for green burials?
Yes, 49 people voted for green burial, only 6 voted for cremation, and nobody voted for traditional burials. So that says something. I mean, it's an Earth Day event, right? So it's probably a little tilted, but it's all right. It doesn't hurt to get the votes wherever you can.
That's right. And then are we reporting, we're going to meet with them and report back to the commission,
Right, the
Okay.
subcommittee of
the subcommittee, yeah.
the cemetery trustees. We've also been trying to, well, we actually have set up an email address that can solicit public comment. So the address is officially greenburialsmc@googlegroups.com. greenburialsmc@googlegroups.com. And we will, whatever public comment we receive, we will print those off and turn them over to the cemetery trustees, and hopefully that will help them make their decision about making it an official offering.
So for googlegroups.com, do you have to download an app?
No, it's just an email address that anybody
okay.
can email to.
Great.
Yep.
And maybe do you have any close-up pictures of the boards because perhaps we could do a social media post on the MC Sustainability,
Sure.
put a picture of the boards, and then say, hey, if you want to comment,
Yeah, sure.
go to this
Okay,
email
I'll do
address.
that, yeah.
Or maybe we can even put a poll. Can you do polls in Facebook too? We could do a poll in there.
I don't know how, can somebody else do that?
Do you know how to do
Yeah, I
it?
could do it.
Okay, good.
Okay, so can I email
Yes,
her the
yeah.
picture? Okay.
Picture and this is already on my notes for the end of this meeting, so I'm glad we're getting to it. Yeah, pictures and copy and many links and any details, and I'll get that posted.
Awesome.
Okay.
Great.
And after the meeting, could you give me your email?
I will. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, any other updates, Larry? Should I move on to waste reduction and garbology?
I think those are the major things, right? Oh, we didn't talk about the test they did. at
Oh,
the
yes,
cemetery.
I did not get the feedback from the test. Did you?
Well, it's kind of like an ongoing thing. But what they did was Jeff Laniewski, he's the superintendent of the cemeteries. He had his guys dig a grave, and it was surrounded by other graves. So it was like right in the middle of a section of graves. And when they got to the bottom of the hole, there is a lot of water down there, which is, water table is a problem out there. So the vault manufacturer sent a rep out to the cemetery. He was there. He brought it's a vault that doesn't have a bottom on it, basically. So it's like if you took a vault without a lid and turned it upside down, it's called doming, or it's called butter dishing. It's got different names. And they're going to put that, they did lower it into the ground, and they buried it. And then they're going to put a probe in, and they're going to see whether the rising and lowering of the water is going to cause that vault to move at all. The probe will show if it's being lifted up at all. And so it's just kind of an experiment to see what's happening out there in terms of the water table and the vaults and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So.
Which is cool, because then that means that they could do it in multiple areas and not just have to set aside a whole
Right.
area for
Right.
green burials, which would be great.
Yeah. And then it's still, so you're still using concrete, which isn't great, but in this particular situation at Swan Lake, we don't really have an option with the high water table there. And so, but at least if you were buried and your casket would still be in contact with the ground below. And they're also toying with the idea of possibly perforating the vault so that water and soil could make its way through and inside. So we're going to just see how this test goes. I think they're going to maybe do it for a few months and see.
Well, it's
and
the
then
rainy
report
season
back.
now, so it's the perfect time.
Yeah.
And it would still be much greener, even though you're using less concrete, but you also wouldn't have to use a traditional casket either. You could use
Correct.
a wicker basket or wood, so that would allow for that piece of it too.
Yeah. So we'd be green in every aspect except the vault, basically.
Yeah.
But it does allow the versatility then to be buried anywhere in the cemetery, and it doesn't have to be a specific area.
Especially for people, as they were talking about, who wanted to be buried by loved ones and
Right.
didn't want to have to be in a separate part.
Right. So I think it's so far so good.
Great work. Okay, waste reduction garbology. Daisy Lee, Bailey Chavez, Angela Reynolds, and Michelle Basta. None are present, so I'll go ahead with that. The project summary is that we've been working on a pilot project for Washington Park Beach, which would include fun, colorful recycling collection containers of native species like frogs. It's a collaborative effort with Sasha Gee Burns for a collaborative effort with Sasha Gee Burns for a reuse room, which would allow for trading, borrowing, and donating items to a communal or virtual location for public use. So think about, maybe I have an extra leaf blower or, things like that instead of just giving it away, that you're trading it or borrowing it. So the latest status update is a request for the commissioner to reignite this program. with a focus on waste reduction at local restaurants. To keep the waste reduction going while we're waiting for things like this to move forward. So potential ideas include signage and education at restaurants on things like ask for a straw. We're not going to give you a straw. Ask for a straw. No plastic utensils for carry out unless requested. And movement to recycled containers. So I'd like to make a request if any of our commissioners would like to spearhead that new portion of the project.
So when you say spearhead the new portion, you mean visit the restaurants and see if they're doing that?
Or even just start signage, make a sign, go around to some of the restaurants and say, would you be willing to participate in this program? Or if there's other ideas, this is something Nancy and I talked about, but if there's other ideas, because as we heard at the last meeting, waste is a big deal in Michigan City. And so while we can't keep that moving, we thought maybe there's other ways to start with the waste reduction, but open to ideas.
I think another idea, I've approached the grocery stores before asking, like on the cart corrals, could they put up signs saying, hey, don't forget your bags? Because as I'm using my bags, people always say, oh, I leave them in the car all the time. So I thought like they could put signs on their cart corral says, don't forget your bags, grab your bags out of your car type of thing.
Love that
to me,
idea.
that's similar to your straws. So I would, as a new commissioner, be interested in
Great.
working on that.
Yeah, and maybe we can have a call like next week, or if anyone else wants to work with you on it or has ideas, let's, email around about it.
I wish more of the stores would do, like I know Whole Foods will give you like a nickel or a dime back for every bag of your own that you bring. I wish they would do that. It's a little like mental note to people that, 10 cents isn't very much, but at least it's like showing that they're trying and the stores are trying to reduce plastic usage.
Well, I mean, like Aldi, they charge you for their bags.
Do they really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So if you don't bring your own bag or find a box there, so at least they do that.
Okay.
CVS tried to do it for a while, but you had to carry a tag on your keys that said, I'm not going to use a bag, and you had to scan it separately. It was not, I think I may have been like one of only, a few people who was doing it. But yeah, I mean, so other ideas, please, let's all collaborate, because we've heard it. We know it's a big problem. And
if I could make a comment here.
Yeah.
I was approached by Chris Carter, who's the director of the refuse department, a couple city council meetings ago, that he wants to move forward with educational offerings for recycling. And right now it looks like that could take the form of an in-service at one of the city council meetings and potentially having a workshop for all of the Michigan City community. I contacted Daisy. She's very interested in and excited about coming back for that particular project. So we're trying to get the three of us together to get that moving forward. As often as I can in a city council meeting, I just keep pointing out how much trash we have going to the refill from this community, and it's a hugely excessive amount. And one way to tackle that really is to, promote recycling. So I was very excited that Daisy was interested.
Great.
Because this was like her thing before. So, we'll get something at least for the recycling part of it, going forward.
great. Thank you, Nancy.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I know, like last night I went to Dollar General on the boulevard, and I always carry my bags. My bags stay in my car, and so I carry my bag, and so it was a new clerk there, and so first thing I give him my bag, then I put my stuff on the counter, and he goes, "What's this?" "This is not one of ours." I said, "That's my bag. I always bring my own bag." So he goes, "Oh, okay." "So what do you want me to put in it?" I said, "My stuff."
Oh my God. Well, you did some educating last night.
So
Well, that means that clearly not enough people are bringing their own bags if that was the first time you've seen it.
well, the first time, well, he was fairly new.
Oh.
He has, at least I haven't seen him before. But anyway, so because the other guys, they automatically take my bag, put it on their thing, and start putting my stuff in. So yes, I did some education last night.
And I know Myers tries to promote, they always have like racks of their cool design bags just right at the checkout lines. I don't know if people are buying them, but at least they're making them available for people, and they're really cheap, like just a couple bucks or something.
Yeah. TJ Maxx does that too, and they do them by like seasonal, and they're huge bags.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, they're
I'll have to
great.
go get me
They're
one.
99 cents usually,
I have to go get one of these.
because then you can load it up.
Right. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. All right. Anything else before we move on to F? Okay. Continue promoting Soul Smart Silver designation with partner Indiana University Resilience Cohort. Nancy, can I ask that you give us an update on this one?
The project summary is Michigan City had received Soul Smart Silver designation and has been pursuing Gold designation for close to a year and a half now. Gold designation requires changes by the LaPorte County Plan Commission and the Commission, and in their solar ordinance. So this has become a big monumental project. I had gone ahead and sent an email to consultant Kelly Aves of the National League of Cities and Skylar York, Michigan City Development Director, to explore Michigan City passing a shorter solar ordinance to satisfy minimum requirements for the U.S. Department of Energy, since LaPorte County updating and passing theirs anytime soon seems unlikely. And I heard back from Kelly already, and she was questioning this, and I have not heard back from Skylar at all. I'm going to continue pursuing it, because as long as we're not in contradiction with what has already been passed by LaPorte County, by ordinance, we should be able to take that one section and just correct that language, and then it's legal. I don't want to pass a whole new ordinance by any means, but I'm thinking maybe this can fix the roadblock that we've been facing, for way too long now. So that's my game.
It's just changing the wording in one sentence. Basically, that you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that one change, that at least has been going on for 6 months, is trying to get that one change.
A year and a half.
At least 6 months.
Yeah, it's a little
Well,
bit
yeah,
longer.
6 months for that, but the whole thing, I think we're about a year and a half now at this point.
And then Nicole Meskar had reached out to me. There's another designation. Is it Clean Cities, Indiana? That I'm gonna reach out to her and explore. I don't know if you know about that. Okay, all right.
No, I don't. I was rather surprised that they had this, so.
Okay, great. Okay,
And she thought we'd be able to check off a lot of the boxes already, and we could just get it without doing anything else.
that's what she thought. Yeah. So I'll put that on my to-do list and have an update for next time.
I was wondering about this, if our legislation or ordinance was not in conflict with the county, whether or not we could just go ahead and, as you said, submit it. Does the county have to be involved with us getting the designation, or as long as we're not in conflict with their legislation, can we just go ahead and get it, the designation?
Something's going to happen legally.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm getting tired of waiting for them.
Yeah.
So I think Michigan City
And
can
how
just.
many times have we rewritten it and submitted it?
You know as well as I do.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm just feeling like we need to take this into our own hands.
Yeah.
And, when we started this whole process way back a year and a half ago, and we realized this was an issue, then I really think Kelly told me we could just write a letter and post it on the Michigan City website is what she said. I'm pretty sure that
I
was
remember
it.
you saying that at one of the meetings.
Yeah, but she came back and said no. She checked with the U.S. Department of Energy, so I don't know if that was an idea she had that she hadn't run by them yet. But we're going to need something legal, so I don't see why we can't take that paragraph and just correct that
Yeah,
one
as long
sentence.
as our ordinance is not in
correct,
conflict
correct
with,
that one sentence.
yeah, well, it's
As
not in
long as-
conflict
yeah.
with the county.
That's what I'm thinking. So we're going to try that.
Okay. Let me know.
Yeah, I'll keep you posted if I need any editing help.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
All
thank
right.
you.
Again.
I think you have at least 3 edits in here, right? 2 for sure. It may be up to 3, but 2 for sure. So
Okay, item G, Carbon Neutral Indiana. Nancy Moldenauer, Faye Moore, and Larry Lawrence Zimmer. Would any of you like to give the update here? Or would you like me to just proceed with the summary and status update?
I don't have anything new to say about it other than just what I received in an email from Daniel Pointer, which I think all of us have probably seen it too. So I think his latest project is about the asphalt recycling, the innovative asphalt recycling that I guess produces less methane than the traditional way. And it's also less expensive for who's ever paying for it, so.
Well, and an interesting thing I learned recently about capping methane is I can't remember how many times more potent than CO2.
Right.
So it's like 300 times more potent, but it doesn't last in the atmosphere as long. So if we went and capped all these, like what happens is if you have a landfill that someone's abandoned, there's methane that's just coming out of it, but there's all these things where they can cap it and burn it. And so then it turns it into carbon dioxide, which then, and water. And so it just pulls because it's like a superheater up there more so than the carbon dioxide. So this is one of the ways that we could, if everybody started capping them, we could really limit the global warming pretty quickly. So it's good. That's a great project that they're investing in.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I emailed someone and asked if we have any other abandoned landfills out here because there's companies that are paying. So anyone who might know anyone with an abandoned landfill who's watching this, companies are paying people who just own that land and have abandoned them, and they're paying them with carbon offsets to go in and burn it. They bring these trailers in and set them up. So it's like for someone who's just got that land sitting there, they can't sell it, they can't do anything. It's a way for them to make money off of it. Even cities are doing it too. So if we have any abandoned ones.
LaPorte County has one across from the Franciscan Hospital.
Oh, yeah, on 94 there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Might have to give them a call. Okay, thank you for the
Maybe we could
updates.
barter. We can bring them money if they pass the ordinance.
That's right. We've got an idea. Revenue generation for the city.
But we're
For the
only gonna
county.
tell you.
County. Yeah, exactly. You need to sign this first. Okay. Anything else on carbon neutral Indiana?
I wanted to just comment along the same lines. It's not carbon neutral Indiana, but there is another company called TerraPass that if you were going to be traveling either by car or by airplane, you go on their website and you put in, they have like a calculator there, how many miles you're going, what's your mode of travel, blah, blah, blah. And then it tells you, it calculates for you what your offset could cost. And you can buy an offset. So like say you're gonna fly to New York and it's 2,000 miles round trip or whatever. And so it'll tell you, so then buy a carbon offset for $30. And then that company, TerraPass, uses those funds to invest in carbon reduction.
How do you spell that?
Terra, TerraPass. I think it's just terrapass.com or something. If you just Google it, you'll find it. So I just thought that was a good way to, you can cover yourself in your travels too, not only at home, but when
Yep.
you're out and about.
Exactly. Thank you. H, contract with Performance Services under $98,000 grant from Indiana Office of Energy Development. Nancy, would you like to give an update, or would you like me to just give the summary and the status update?
Well, I think we all know what the project is about. It's potentially putting the solar array between the zoo and Bismarck Hill. Right now we're on pause due to unsure federal funding, and we need to ensure the contract has been signed by Performance Services and the mayor. And I just got an email this morning, and it sounds like it has not been signed, because there were questions coming from Performance Service about the dates of when the project begins and when it ends. So to me, that says it has not been signed. And then still waiting for the second quarterly report, and need to reschedule a Zoom meeting in May with Brendan Beck, David Tice, and the project team. But everybody in city governments and county governments and federal governments, nonprofits, everybody's just being very cautious at this period of time to be sure no expenses are being incurred that the city, county, or nonprofit is going to be responsible for. So it's just everybody's sort of in a pause, hold mode, and I just think that's where we're at right now. And that's just where we need to hang out, A lot of grants are getting pulled back. City of Michigan City, so far it looks really good for the city being able to keep its $1 million grant from the federal government for planting trees. But then we just learned last week that the city of LaPorte got theirs pulled away from them.
Wow.
Okay, so it's very spotty. There doesn't seem to be rhyme nor reason for what's being continued and what's being pulled. Okay, so that's just sort of the state of things right now. And I'm just going to say, elections matter.
And I think a lot of agencies are having to do their own advocacy about their dollars and whether or not they're going to get them. And it's a situation where who you know matters, so that you can advocate for your agency to get your dollars back or get them reapproved. So that's kind of the situation at this point.
Okay, thank you for the update. I wish that was not the case that we had this situation, but Northwest Indiana Regional Resilience Action Planning Work Group. Nancy, would you like to give the summary, or would you like me to give an update?
No, you can do that one if you would like.
Okay, so we had been awarded National Wildlife Federation's Northwest Indiana Regional Certification, the first in our country, in September 2023 with coordinated efforts by Kathy Sipple. We need to continue efforts to enroll more private and public spaces within municipalities and counties. So currently, we have earned National Wildlife Federation Habitat Points earned by MC. 47 habitats have been certified. 65 points out of 250. Registration, we have 25 points out of 40. Education, we have 15 points of 40. Community outreach, we have 30 points of 50. And we earned more.
5 more.
5 more.
Thank you, M, and green drinks.
We also need 30 new signups required annually for recertification. MC will secure municipal certification from NWF for our local wildlife habitats, including households, common areas, schools, and nature center. Press release needs to be modified and sent to media after workshop scheduled for community. NERPC's, and another item that's in progress is NERPC's developed best practices and model programs to reduce greenhouse gas emissions is still being edited by Kathy Luther with Nancy's help, and I've offered to help as well. I have a lot of experience in emissions reductions.
Thank you.
Yes. So as soon as you get it, send it to me.
Yeah, I thought they sent it, but I can't find it, so I think they didn't send it, so I asked them to resend it.
Great. Great.
Is this another example of something that should be posted on Facebook and put on our website?
Yeah.
They're all beating each other. That's what I just.
Oh, the Wildlife Federation?
Yeah, I was like, this is a good one to share on
Yeah.
social. So,
It might be timely as people are like starting now, like to think about their gardens. It's like, oh, if you're thinking about it, maybe plant,
yeah.
another, native species, or that's a good idea.
Dig out your Frisbee, right?
Yeah, get your Frisbee out.
She's
Fill it with water.
Okay.
Yes, I think that's a good one to promote, especially on the social and engage with the community. Some of them may already have all the things ready to go in their yard, so
Yeah, and they just don't
they
know
just
it.
don't know. So
Mhm.
help them know.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're gonna put something on Facebook?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Soul Power. Danita Scully, Faye Moore, and Nancy Moldenauer. Faye, would you like to give the update?
The status update. 5 Tier 2 students have completed the online and in-classroom coursework. 1 student has obtained their NAPCEP and NEC, with another still studying. The next Tier 3 session will start it's gonna be early June, because we're not gonna be able to do May. And another group of students will begin Tier 1 in June. And I've taken the Michigan City Leadership Academy class, and 2 of the students are in our class.
Oh.
Because they're already, Mahone, Sydney Mahone. As a matter of fact, he's supposed to come to my house and check my meter for my solar panels, because doesn't seem like they're producing like they should be producing. And he hasn't gotten over there yet. I hope to see him tonight
Good.
to remind him that I do need him to come over. So the students are getting involved in the community with trying to use what they've learned in their class.
Who do you target for new students? High
she
school
just-
graduates and above?
Right, she posts it on on the solar NAACP.org. No, it's not. It's LaPorte County. No, they changed it. It's Michigan City NAACP, LaPorte County 3061. And you go on that website, and it has the dates listed when they're going to start the classes and what's been going on.
But the target people they're looking for
They just kind of look at the check our website, or be looking on the website. And Work One is also sending people to us.
18 years and older.
18 years and older.
Just might be a good thing for the trades. My kids are in the trades.
I think the trades have sent some people also, so they can get their OSHA certification. Because they get the OSHA, because we did get a couple of applications, I remember Donita saying, from the trades union, so.
And even the AK Smith Center, like the kids that are gonna be graduating to
Right.
keep every year, remind them that there's this option also.
Well, 'cause, I guess I didn't say that people that work with us have been Work One. IBE, here it is, I'm
I
sorry.
see it.
Some of the people that are working with us is the IBEW 531, Ivy Tech and Valparaiso, Work One, and Just Transition Northwest Indiana. So they kind of get the information through those agencies, yeah.
And the sessions that are beginning in June, are they full already? Because I remember you had a waiting list for the last one, right?
Yeah, there was a waiting list. I didn't check with her before coming tonight, so but I don't think they were full because of the last time I talked to her, they weren't full, and that was the last Thursday in April.
Okay.
They weren't full then.
And Faye, I also wanted to let you know that while I was doing some research for the Leadership Academy, I found some additional funding for the solar panel. So I'll give you that
Oh, great.
that information.
Right. Yeah, we're gonna be darting out
I
again
know.
too.
Oh, all right. We'll keep it moving. All right. move on to K then.
We're good.
Solar United Neighbors. Angie Jans Davis, Nancy Molnar, Faye Moore, and Abigail Neary. Let's see. Oh, okay. This is really an effort to coordinated Solar United Neighbors and with Faith in Place to educate places of worship, nonprofits, and potentially even hosting something here at the mayor's office for education and solar installation. The status update is Brian and New Rural Associate would be available to deliver a solar one-on-one for the churches in the Uptown Art District and members of the 2 Michigan City ministerial groups, but partner Faith in Place had to lay off many staff due to loss of federal grant focused on environmental justice.
Right.
That's
So
terrible.
we're kind of on pause right now.
I want to add something to that too while researching. One of the collaborators that I work with I've been getting phone calls from homeowners about people knocking at their doors saying, we want to put solar panels on our home, and people not knowing, well, they're saying I need 12, but what if I only need 8? So one of our collaborators gave me the website where you can actually put into it your zip code, your address, and it will calculate for you how many solar panels you need. And I thought maybe we could put that on our website so that people who were getting their doors knocked on by people saying they wanted to put solar panels in. So I will give you that information, and we can then put that on our website. Do you want me to give it to you now, or you want me to
You can just email it to me.
Okay.
Or if you want to announce it, maybe someone watching wants to know what it is.
Just put it in the minutes.
Okay, it's PV Watts Calculator.
PV?
PV.
Watts calculator.
It's https://PV Watts NREL.gov/index.php.
Wow, that's a long one.
Yeah, it is.
But I think
But
this is
it'll automatically calculate for you. You put in your zip code and your square footage of your house, it will tell you how many solar panels you need.
And I think that's an important community service announcement, especially because I've had solar panel people knock on my door that were extremely aggressive and were saying, you're going to let the planet burn if you don't sign up with us today. And I'm like, okay, you don't know who you're talking to here right now. Like, I got a compost bin in the backyard.
And I constantly get calls about it. I got a call from St. Louis a couple days ago from a female homeowner she had the person standing right there, and she said, I've got somebody on the phone. But
I think you should be very leery of
just-
anybody coming to your door anyway about anything.
And I'm just going to make a public service announcement here. A lot of people got burnt.
yes.
The last round of people that were here in Michigan City, they started a job, they weren't able to finish it. The homeowners were out thousands of dollars. So the best thing to do is to get in contact with Solar United Neighbors. Read everything they have on their website. Get in contact with Brian Flory, Flory, and he will talk to you and walk you through the process. And do not engage with these people who are going door to door, because they're looking for a fast buck and not really providing you with the quality of equipment that's available by
or the follow-up.
working with Solar United Neighbors. And so
And this guy that knocked on her door was saying he was from Solar United Neighbors, and I was like,
no, they don't do that.
Don't sign anything. When he leaves, I'll talk to you more about it after he's gone, but don't sign anything. Let me give you some referral information, and then you will be more knowledgeable, because that's with the Energy Consortium, that's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we provide people with that information. So it's interesting how many of those phone calls are coming to us now. You know, these people are flooding neighborhoods with misinformation, and they're saying we're connected to Solar United Neighbors, and you know, and I actually had her to take a picture of his business card and send it to me.
Good.
So that I could help her to follow up.
And I would also report them to Solar United Neighbors.
Oh, yeah, good idea.
Make that loop back. Because they'll follow up and then they'll take action because they're being misrepresented by somebody.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It's terrible.
yeah, it is. And yeah, it's horrible.
Okay. Anything else on Solar United Neighbors, or we'll move to M? Okay. Caught You Being Green, engagement. Andy Jans Davis, Michelle Basta. I'll hold this for, should I have you, or do I hold this until public comment so Andy can comment?
She's
I'm on the project
public
team still.
What?
I'm still on the project team. Non-commissioners can be in the project team.
Yeah, okay, so you can comment now then. Okay, good.
I can get up. You're the best, thanks. Earth Month Extravaganza was amazing. Almost all the commissioners had their own tables there. Let alone tables for the commission. I mean, Faye was there with NAACP, and of course Beverly with the consortium, M with Save the Dunes, and Larry, you talked about earlier how you did Green Burial.
And Abby was there.
Michelle was there too, with the table, and then Abby and Nancy and Tristan were all there helping host and everything. So it was really a great turnout with the commissioners. And then we had a little over 500 attendees.
Amazing.
So that was great.
Yeah.
There was at least 10 electric vehicles on display. They said that was really, really popular too. And the beach cleanup, they stuck more in the parking lot area. It was super windy and cold, but I saw at least like 3 full garbage bags, the big black garbage bags, when they were tossing them in there. So I don't know the exact weight on that. I bet IDEM might, but IDEM hosted that cleanup for us, Indiana Department of Environmental Management. And I was just at the park department the other day, and I have us booked for April 25th, 2026.
Excellent. And a huge thank you to Andy for putting it all together, getting all those folks there, all the tables. I mean, all those kids were having so much fun, like making bird feeders and playing in the dirt. Like, it was great. It was great.
Thanks, Andy.
Yeah.
My pleasure. I love it.
One of the surprises that I had is we had books out about gardening, and most of the people who came to talk to us about those books were youth.
Oh.
And they've started gardens, and they were telling me what they had planted and how they were doing, and they were looking at the books that we had out there and taking pictures of them so that they could then order them. So
I love that.
it was really interesting that, like I said, the majority were youth. There were only 1 or 2 adults, but maybe 10 or 15 youth who were interested in gardening and had started their own gardens. So that was a little
That's
different.
encouraging.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I'd say Save the Dunes tabled multiple Earth Day events in Michigan City definitely had the most engaged young people, and the same thing, they come to Save the Dunes table and was like, what's this about? I have to pitch it to them. They wanted to know. And so it was a really great group of people who came out. It's cool.
I wouldn't say there was a high level of interest amongst children about maybe their parents did.
I was standing, just a funny anecdotal story, and I was standing there, and there's a mom, and there's a little girl with her, and she's like, I was like, do you want some seeds? And she's like, what's this table about? And I looked at her mom, and I was like, this is not my place to explain. She might not know what this means. It was like a deer in headlights. Any other comments on the Earth Month extravaganza?
Although I could see somebody coming up with like a children's book explaining it.
Yeah, that's
there
just
are-
not my
there-
forte
No, I know.
on the spot.
There are gentle ways to explain difficult subjects to children. So
Yeah. Well, I might have to read up on that if we do that again next
Yeah,
year.
right.
Then.
if there's any
turnout,
book authors
thank
out
you,
there that
Andy.
want to do it,
Yeah.
Did a good
there's the
job.
opportunity.
Okay. Any other comments on Caught You Being Green or social media? I know you've got a couple items on your list that you're going to take care of for social media. Were there any other?
So I just wanted to encourage anyone, if we want to share publicly what we're working on in project-wise, to send me over any information you'd like shared out. I'd be happy to kind of queue up those items on our page. And he successfully made me a co-poster of it, so I have access to that. And just anything that's either community engagement-wise, I would want people to click links or follow through to do things, and send me a cute picture and I'll get that put up.
Great.
Yeah. So far I will share the NWF garden things, and then could also post the kind of community service announcement about the solar things too, and share that link out there. So people have those resources.
And about the green berries.
And the green burials poll and photos as well.
Great.
Those are my 3 I got.
And maybe in your meeting notes, Larry, let's add M formally to number M. M to M.
Add M to M.
Yeah.
Okay.
And one of my first things I actually, besides like reposting things that Nancy has done on there, I saw at Ulta, the Caught You Being Green, and then I have now since started doing that. And I made a video for my own platform on it, so I'd be happy to share that about that too.
Great. Yeah.
That was a really cool one. I didn't
I like
know about
Ulta
that.
for that
Yeah.
reason. I mean,
I think I missed that one.
So they've got a beauty smalls recycling bin. So anything that's like too small to be curbside recycled, smaller than your fist, I think is sort of the measurement.
like mascara and the random stuff can go in there.
And it's not brand specific,
Nope,
is it?
any.
Yeah.
That's great.
All cosmetics.
So Ulta has a collection box
Yes.
for that.
Yes.
Okay.
I go regularly if you want to drop off to my house. I have a teenage daughter.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Great. Anything else on item M? All right. So we will move to commission comments. Any other commission comments? Commission comments? Commission comments. Okay. No commission comments. We'll move on to public comments. Public comments.
That's me. Thank
Or
you.
Andy is also public comments.
I'm going to give this announcement for Green Drinks if it's okay, Em. The next Green Drinks is June 5th, and that is the first Thursday of the month, 6:30 p.m. And Northwest Indiana Green Drinks is proud to announce that our presenter is going to be Brian Forrest. He's a retired National Park Ranger, and he currently is a professor at Indiana University. And he's going to be talking about Harriet Colfax, our famous lighthouse keeper, and her lifetime companion, Anne Hartwell, and she was a Michigan City public school teacher. And Em and I had the honor of hearing this presentation last year during Pride Month, and he's agreed to do it for us. So I'm very excited about this. He's extremely interesting, a very warm person, and funny too. He's he's just humorous. So I'm so glad that he's going to do this. I think we booked him right away in July of 2024.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So we were so excited about this.
What's the date again?
June 5th.
June 5th, 6:30 p.m. You can join it on Save the Dunes Facebook Live, or you can get the link from M at MEM@SaveDunes.org. That again is MEM@SaveDunes.org. So we hope we have a lot of people join us for the evening. It's really interesting.
It sounds like it. Nice work getting that speaker in. Any other public comments?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, I had that all written down.
LaPorte County Recycling, they have their 7-in-1 drop off for toxic waste and all the things, tires, appliances, electronics, shredding, styrofoam, cardboard, the stuff you've been keeping in your garage all winter. They'll take it now. The first one is Saturday the 17th at LaPorte County Fairgrounds from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Yes.
Thank you.
And they're taking the styrofoam now. That's what I'm so
Yeah.
They
excited
take it
about.
year
Take it all
round.
the
They have a whole trailer
Yeah.
next to the
And they actually
recycling
have
on
somebody
Hitchcock Road.
stationed there.
Not Hitchcock,
Did you notice
on
By the fairgrounds.
by the fairgrounds. Whatever, Hitchcock was the
You
one
can take
that
the
they had in
styrofoam all the
Michigan
time
City.
now.
But
You don't
yeah,
have to wait just for the all-in-one collections.
Oh, but I just get everything out of my house at
Yeah.
the same time.
But that styrofoam adds up. I gotta get rid of it.
yeah, they just added the styrofoam container, like 6 months ago? Something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, not long, but Sasha takes styrofoam year round now,
Awesome.
off-site.
Yeah.
Great. All right. Any other public comments? Public comments twice. Public comments third time.
It's like,
No more public comments. Okay. Announcements. I think Nancy, you covered this. You covered the green drinks.
oh.
Yeah, I made a mistake.
That's okay.
I jumped the gun.
That's perfectly fine. Any other
When
announcements?
somebody came to-
All right. I'm calling official, or a motion. Do I make a motion to adjourn? Motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn.
Can I get a second?
A second.
Thank you. We don't do an all in favor, right? I think.
Oh, yeah, we can do
Oh,
that.
are we all in favor of adjournment? Say yay! We're officially adjourned the May 8th Sustainability Commission.